Hello again everyone, Age of Dune here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This is going to be on the EU West server. I decided to go ahead and cover at least one of the teams over there that's going through changes. And at least indirectly I am. That is this guy right here, Alex Ish. Or Alex Ish, I think they pronounce it. Either way, he used to be on Gambit Gaming, but as of this season he actually quit Gambit Gaming to go form the Super Team. And they, I guess, ended up taking the Ninjas in Pyjamas name. So that's kind of cool. I do want to see exactly who's in the Super Team. But I found that he was streaming, so of course I was going to go ahead and do that, because that's actually pretty cool. I've been wanting to see this team. And the Super Team's actually Alex Ish, Cow, Nuke Duck, Freeze, and Mithy. Alex Ish is, of course, actually he's top. Which is interesting, because he used to be mid in Gambit. He's actually duo-queued with C9 Jungle here, by the way, who actually just got caught out here. Got slowed, he is trying his best, pops the heal, and... I don't even know what that was. That was a flash that went absolutely nowhere, followed immediately by a pull that got Kha'Zix into range to pop his shield. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, these guys are actually duo-queued here, and that's that. Nuke Duck is actually the mid in the new Super Team. So all in all, that kind of surprises me. I definitely expected Alex Ish to be the mid laner, as that is what I've always known him as. But, or am I just misremembering that completely? No, I'm not. I'm definitely not, because he was definitely the mid. But now I'm doubting myself. I'm halfway looking at it. But anyway, okay, no. Yes, he was mid. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Apparently he is top now, and he's actually going to be the Kale in the top lane for the blue team. He is against the Riven here, played by Tuki. Tuki? Oh, nice grab on a minion there. Interesting to see Kog'Maw. Actually, the EU meta, I don't know if it's the meta or what, but there's actually a lot of champions here that you don't see much in the NA servers. Like Riven, you don't see her much. I play her, but a lot of people don't anymore. I've heard her referred to as somewhat underpowered by a lot of the high-level players on NA servers. So that's kind of interesting to see her here. Mid lane is a lot more normal. It's got Zed, played by Dominic Dodge. He is not one of the normal ones, but Lulu, on the other hand, played by Ari Ben, is one of the more normal ones to be seen. So that is the mid lane. In the bot lane, we've got Kog'Maw, played by Nixar and Cat, versus the Corki, played by Darker123. Sort of. And the supports are Blitzcrank, played by the C9 Jungle, mentioned a little while ago. I'm not sure exactly who that is. It is probably going to be an alt of somebody on that team, but I don't know exactly who. And his enemy support is Coco Pops, playing the Thresh. And finally, of course, we've got the junglers. The Lee Sin is played by DXLFT. Oh man, Lulu got low there. Did not end up going down, though. A couple grabbers down here. And then finally, we've got Gamers Legends, playing the Kha'Zix for the red team. Obviously just farming his jungle, which I can't say I blame him. Again, I'm really surprised to see Kog'Maw. This is actually a very interesting Kog'Maw skin, too. Lulu, yet again, making the little indicator go swing. But that does mean that it does leave the Zed here open for a gank. And we do actually see Kha'Zix coming around, possibly coming in for a gank. I don't know if it'll be successful, as it is warded. The Zed is, of course, going to run away. Nice shadow right over the wall. And he's going to get out of this with no problem and actually get a little bit of harass there onto the Kha'Zix while he's walking away. So nicely played there by the Zed. Honestly, not surprised. That's pretty much exactly what I expected. Because, you know, he's hanging around by this side. It's really easy as a Zed to go ahead and jump over walls like that. Kale being forced back here. And Riven's finally getting the opportunity to farm. She's only 8 CS behind, but at the same time, she is 8 CS behind. And Kale has teleport. And there we go. We see that teleport coming into play right now. Blitzcrank kind of looks like he's wanting to get a grab, but the Corki and Thresh were being a little too smart for that. Apparently Deep Terror Thresh. That's not a bad skin, not a bad skin. Lulu is yet again being bullied up over here. And now we do see Riven's being forced back. Oh! Stops the back, but Riven is one level ahead, so Kale immediately backed off. But that does mean... Thunders. It does mean that Kale is going to be able to shove this to the tower. Maybe. Because Riven does also have teleport. So she's going to get here. She's going to miss, what, 2 CS? Yeah. No, 1 CS. She missed a whopping 1 CS. Yet again, the swing comes out from the Lulu. So nothing really bad there from the Riven. She was able to get back with no problem whatsoever. But she came back and was immediately smacked by the Kale for almost a quarter of her life again. So yeah, I was kind of surprised to see Alex leave Gambit, which, you know, honestly, a lot of Gambit fans were very surprised by that. But apparently he just was not liking, from what I understand, I think it was somewhat of the work ethic that he didn't enjoy. He didn't like, I think that was what it was. I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks since I read it. But I believe that was what it was, and he decided to go ahead and go for something new. And, you know, I can understand going for something new. And in this case, it's definitely new, as he is top. I mean, at the same time, top and mid are at least somewhat interchangeable. Somewhat. I'm not going to go so far as to say they're completely interchangeable, because they're not. I mean, the champions you have to know for top are way different from the champions you have to know from mid. Ooh, in goes the Lee Sin. Does get stunned by the Riven. Lands his Q, but not going to follow through. That would be a very bad idea indeed. And we do have Kha'Zix coming down for a gank down bottom. Got a flash from out of Kog'Maw, yeah? No. Got a flash out of Blitzcrank. Why did Blitzcrank flash that? I guess when he was trying to pull. That's actually what it looked like, yes. There we go. In comes the Kha'Zix. They see him now. Pops the heal. Nice heal. Okay, that's what it was. He flashed and tried to pull the Kha'Zix, but he actually misaimed it. And ended up just doing absolutely nothing there. And now he's going to head back. No, he's not. He started to head back and was actually just faking it. So yeah, had he headed back, it actually would have left Kog'Maw very, very dangerous. And it would not have ended up going well for Kog'Maw, to the best of my knowledge. But, I don't know why there's so many back pings here. I guess Kha'Zix is saying, I'm not going for it. Kale is just proxy farming here. And she's actually going to go for the Riven now. Pops her ult, and in comes the Lee Sin. That is going to be first blood and second blood as the Kale goes down as well. The ult was at least decently timed, although it might have been better to save it for a little while later because of the fact that the turret damage does stack. As you go through, of course, every time the turret hits you, you take a little more damage. So, by saving it to later, he could have prevented more damage, but at the same time, he might have gotten stunned and just died before he could do anything. So I guess I can't say I blame him too much. And also, I think he thought that they were going to be able to burst the Riven down without having any problem. Unfortunately, she was able to stun them and secure herself a kill as well. Which means that gank did not quite go as planned, but it does mean that Kale's going to be coming back to lane a little more dangerous than she was going to. Nice gank here going on the Zed. He's forced to run away. Oh, the ulti comes out. He is going for the Lulu. He's going to get the Lulu. He does go down himself, but again, that is a 1-for-1. When it started out as a gank. Started out as a 2-for... Oh, Blitzcrank going in. Oh, misses the grab, and Kha'Zix is gonna be fine. Not sure what's going on here. Riven's on her way back down. Gonna run across the Kale. Gonna be forced to run away. Not gonna be too big of a deal. Riven's pretty darn fast. Has those multiple dashes. She's able to get away. And on the off chance that Kale had continued chasing, we saw that Kha'Zix was actually on his way over to back up the Riven. Wasn't necessary, but if it had been, he was there. Corky just kind of chilling down here, and I'm kind of surprised to see Kog'Maw mid, actually. I guess I can kind of understand it, given the fact that Blitzcrank is roaming, and his wave is actually shoved, so there's really nothing he can do down here. He would have to overextend quite a bit, and given the fact that his enemy is Thresh, not something he wants to do. Ooh, Thresh sees them on their wards. I think they see him as well, but they don't know about Kha'Zix. There we go. Thresh goes in. Gonna get the flay off onto Kog'Maw. In comes the Kha'Zix. Misses his W there. Oh, nice auto attack from Kog'Maw onto Dragon. And he flashes over that wall. Does actually start the Dragon. And red team actually says, hey, thanks. We'll go for that. And they are indeed doing it. They're going to go ahead and pull it out. No, they're going to fall back now as Zed did go ahead and start reacting, as did the Lee Sin. Can't say I blame them there. Don't want to get that engaged. And Kha'Zix is actually taking a decent amount of damage there. The shield from Lulu, making sure he doesn't take any more, though. And it's not really going to come to too much. Kale continuing to shove this, keeping that Riven bullied. Riven is now 30 CS behind. She is having a really bad time. And stuff like this is why I guess she is considered a bit weaker in the NA LCS and NA just high levels. Because of the fact that, you know, she does... A lot of the champions that are in meta right now are stronger than she. Oh man, Zed going for the kill here onto Lulu. Got transmogrified though. Not going to end up happening. So he ended up wasting his ult there for pretty much nothing. Nice transmogrify. It is... no, it's Whimsy. She says transmogrify, so I always call it transmogrify, but it's not. It's Whimsy. Nice Whimsy there in front of the Lulu, making sure that Zed's not going to be able to get that burst off. Looks like Lee Sin's coming here, counter jungling it up a little bit. There we go. He's actually going for this. Who did that go to? That went to Lee Sin, so he actually managed to go ahead and steal that. He did take a decent amount of damage, and Kha'Zix is continuing to chase him, but Zed's coming to help. And, oh man, Lee Sin's actually going to be able to finish this off alone. Nice kick there, followed by the follow-through of the Q. Resulted in a very, very dead Kha'Zix. Blitzcrank was on his way to back up as he saw that the Corki... Oh, nice pull. Corki and Thresh were on their way as well, and now Thresh is way out of position here. Gonna get hit by that Kog'Maw Q, gets popped up by Blitzcrank, and the ulti to finish him off. Baron call, a dragon call from the blue team here. Good time to do Baron, as you know the enemy jungle just respawned. You know the enemy support is back, and you don't know what happened to the AD carry, but the AD carry is not going to be able to stop a dragon by himself anyway. So, that's a free dragon for them. Blitzcrank's headed up here to possibly go in on the Lulu. Is he going to grab it, though? No, does not manage to even try. Kale coming in, though. Did a decent amount of damage there to the Lulu, but the shield came out, prevented that. Oh, the grab misses again. And Kha'Zix is going to be fine. Riven's going in for the Kale now. Oh, nice flash stun there. Not going to be enough, though, and she gets stuck there. Kale says, nope, flash over the wall, you're done. She knew that Riven had just used her flash, so she knew it was going to be completely okay. But the red team actually did group. They're going to take this tower. There's really very little that the blue team can do. Kha'Zix is down bottom. He's going to try to respond with a tower kill of his own. But mid tower for bot tower, probably not worth it. And actually, no, the blue team did manage to force this back off, which really kind of surprises me. I thought that the red team was going to go ahead and continue shoving this down, but the blue team was able to get enough harass off that they didn't. And, of course, Kog'Maw is not even close to being able to take this tower down. So, all that stuff about trading towers, no, didn't happen. Didn't matter. Blitzcrank's just laughing. But, no, still a ways away from that. Kog'Maw, yeah, he's definitely a late game champion. You could tell just by the fact that he was there for that long. And the tower is only about a quarter health gone. Yeah. He ramps up hardcore late game, but until then, he's definitely not very strong. Looks like Kale did go in on the Riven there. Nice slow there. Riven has her dashes and everything, but the Lee Sin came in, kicked her away, and that was a dead Riven. Riven says, yeah, I'm dead. Actually, she tried to get out. Didn't end up happening, but she did try. Did not do the usual, I'm just going to wait here and see. She actually just took off. Peak words coming out from the red team. Can't say I blame them, as the blue team has been spending a lot of time in their jungle, warding that up, making sure that they can't go ahead and ward up, especially this bush, because this bush is a very, very important bush to get vision in. It's always one of the ones that I like to try to get vision in as well, if we're consistently extended this far, because, you know, it allows you to know approximately where their jungler is. Speaking of which, he just got red buff. Lee Sin did not go in. Oh, man. Oh, man. Nice dodge of the Q there from Kha'Zix. Means that Lee Sin is not going to get a kill. But Lulu and Thresh are actually on their way over. Nope. Changed their mind. Ooh, gold. Corki headed back as well. Kog'Maw just got back to lane as Blitzcrank is there already. And he's going to get started on the CS. CS-wise, Kog'Maw's actually a bit behind Corki. Which, I mean, given the fact that Corki does have a considerably stronger early game than Kog'Maw, I can't really say I'm overly surprised. I honestly can't. But late game, Kog'Maw is a beast. If he can survive, he's a beast. If he can't survive, of course, then he's kind of useless. But if he can survive, he's really super deadly. And we'll have to see what ends up happening there. This is the new-ish Kog'Maw. Simply new-ish because a lot of people don't know, but his Caustic Spittle is now a skill shot. It is no longer targeted, so it has a quite a bit longer range. I mean, it's a skill shot. Of course it's going to have longer range. So that was definitely a buff to him. And I don't know if it was enough of a buff. NA seems to say no. But at the same time, EU seems to say maybe. And we'll see what ends up happening off of this game. Maybe it is actually a decently dangerous Kog'Maw. And it may be something that NA servers might want to consider picking up. But we'll see what ends up happening there. Thresh is going to actually get ulted by Lulu, so he's going to be fine. Kale and Lee Sin going in on that poor Riven again. What the heck? We'll come back to you guys in a moment. Riven is having a bad time. Lee Sin missed his Q, but is able to go ahead and insec his way over. Kicks the Riven out, and yeah, the Kale's just able to finish her off. The Zed's being chased by the Kha'Zix here, getting slowed by red buff, but jumps to... Where the heck did he jump to? What the... Okay, so he jumped way the heck... That. Is that where he jumped? Nope. Okay, he jumped to this. Yes, that is what he jumped to. Right there. Nice jump. I like that a lot. And I don't think it's going to be quite enough to get him out. Oh, he does flash, though. The flash will be enough to get him out, I think. Nope, just kidding. Lulu was able to go ahead and finish him off. In the meantime, of course, Kale and Lee Sin are just shoving top lane. And the red team's actually going to be forced to go back. At least a couple of them. Because otherwise, that's going to be another tower. And this is an inhib tower. You don't want to lose that. Kha'Zix going in, trying to take somebody out. Did manage to take out nobody, actually. Blitzcrank took him out. And now Blitzcrank is on the run from Corki here. Oh, man, the flash means that he is going to survive. Kog'Maw finishes off the Corki. And is he going to go for the Lulu as well? It looks like he is. He does not have enough mana for the ult, though. So I think she's going to be fine here. And Lee Sin and Kale did a lot of work on this tower. Not able to finish it off, though, and it does have that regen. So if they don't finish it off quickly, it's going to be back up to full health anyway. Well, eventually. It's definitely a ways away from that happening. Bot tower is getting pretty close to being down as well. Only for the red team, though. And mid tower, I would imagine, is actually quite low. Yes. Yep. Yeah, they're all about even, although this one is the only one that actually heals. And we'll probably see Kale decide to go ahead and go for it. Well, she's going to go for Riven again. Dang. Riven's life sucks this game. She is not having a good time. Anytime she goes anywhere, Kale's like, hey! And, yeah, just destroys her. Zed is finally going to go ahead and take this tower. And... boom. There we go. Finally finished it off. Now the only outer turret for the red team here is this mid turret. They have not managed to take any turrets there from the blue team. There's that push I was talking about earlier. They did manage to go and get that. Lee Sin lands the Q on Riven. Not going to follow through this time. But Kha'Zix was actually, from the looks of it, caught there by Blitzcrank. And a little bit of interplay here going on between the two teams. Kha'Zix forced to ult again, using that charge to get out of it. He's going to be fine, though. Going to head back. And, of course, Kale and Riven are kind of juking it out over here. Lulu came to help, but in the meantime, down bot lane, we have a Zed versus Corki battle. And, oh, he got grabbed by Thresh. No wonder why he died. Used his ulti. Not going to be enough, though. No, Corki's able to survive with no problem, especially with that heal there from the Thresh. That was mean. That tower just blocked that Kale. Oh, nice little kick there again from Lee Sin. Lulu getting really low. She goes down to Alex Ish. Riven does manage to finish off the Lee Sin and Alex Ish, though. But Alex was also able to go ahead and kill the Kha'Zix. So far, that's a 3 for 2. Up at the top lane, it was 2 for 2. And now there is going to be a dead Blitzcrank. Huh? Really? Okay, there we go. That just happened. Yeah, Thresh secured the kill with his Q there, and Riven chose to go ahead and try to get it herself. Thought she was going to be needed, and jumped right into a Kog'Maw auto attack. So she died as well. Ended up just kind of throwing away any benefit that kill on the Blitzcrank would have given there. Now they're wonderfully intertwined. Yeah, not so pleasant there. This is definitely not looking good at all for the red team. Blue team is just dominating in all aspects of this game. They are ahead in towers by 5, ahead in kills by 4, and ahead in gold by 8K approximately, around 8K gold. So they're definitely looking strong this game. Lee Sin's going ahead to start the dragon down here. Red team's not even, they don't have any vision control of that at all. And Kale is torturing the poor Riven yet again. Stop torturing Riven, Kale. Riven's my favorite champion. Well, maybe not my favorite, but she is definitely one of my favorites. I've always enjoyed playing her. Blitzcrank coming in here for a gank on the Lulu. Nice slow there from the Lulu, making sure Zed can't get there. But the pull from the Blitzcrank gets the Lulu right back into range from Zed. Lulu's dead. Goodbye, Lulu. Actually goes down to Kog'Maw, interestingly enough. Kog'Maw got in there just in time to go ahead and kill that. Kale is now on the run from Kha'Zix and Riven. Gonna go for it. Gets stunned there by the Kale. Out comes her ulti. She is ripping the Riven to shreds. Gonna actually manage to finish her off. And she finishes off the Kha'Zix. Got ganked by 2. Kill them both. She's fed though. She's 621 with 185 CS. I am not at all surprised. She utterly destroyed them. I would not be surprised to see a surrender come up pretty soon. Actually, I don't know how EU is with surrenders. I don't know if they are as apt to surrender as NA is. From what I understand, neither is as apt to surrender as Korean servers are. But I know NA would definitely be thinking about it. There would definitely be a surrender vote going on right now. May not have passed, but it would definitely be going on. Nice slow there from Lulu. Lee Sin's in a little trouble, gets flayed as well. Oh, fails the flash, but he did not fail the flash. He used that flash to get in range to go ahead and Q to the wolves. And he actually did manage to get out of that, so nicely played by him. I liked that. At first, I thought he was just, trying to flash over the wall, but no, he flashed right here to get in range so his Q would hit the wolf, and he could go ahead and follow through. Oh, stopping that back. That was mean. Nicely done by the Zed there. He saw that Kha'Zix was almost done with his back. He said, no. You don't get to do that. Thresh misses another hook onto Kog'Maw. Riven's coming around, and she's actually pretty fast, but Zed's there as well. Riven's going now, pops her ult. She's going in on the Kog'Maw. In comes the Zed, though. She does manage to pop up the Kog, but yeah, he's going to go down. He goes down. Thresh is getting low, however, thanks to the Zed, but Thresh survives as well. That is a double kill. Never mind. That's a double kill for Riven, but Thresh ends up going down to Kog'Maw. So it ends up being a 2-for-1. I would say that's worth it. It did use the Lulu ult. I believe she ulted Riven up closer to the beginning of that. But it still ended up 2 deaths on the blue team for 1 death on the red team. So that'll definitely help them try to pull it back into this. Nice jump there from the Kha'Zix. Walks right into the Blitzcrank, but gonna be fine. Aw, man. Riven in trouble again. Getting low. Forced to go ahead and shield jump out of that. And Corgi just had half of his life get chunked in about 2 hits. The Thresh pull misses again. Blitzcrank pull lands this time. But unfortunately, his team was not actually there. So he gets chunked down to half. In comes that Lantern grab there from the Thresh, pulling the Riven back in. And the question is, will they be able to get this? I don't know. The grab there from Thresh did not end up landing. And no, neither side is going to be able to engage here. Lee Sin's heading back around to possibly do something. Not going to happen, though. In the meantime, Corky's just doing his best to defend mid. The Thresh grab misses again. He's not having to do good of a time with his Thresh grabs. Maybe he's lagging like I do. I hate when that happens. Thresh is one of those that's really, really unpleasant to lag on because so much of, actually everything of his, sort of, is a skill shot. I mean, Lantern doesn't really matter all that much if you lag out a little bit, unless, of course, your Lantern would have landed just in time to save your AD carry, but that's pretty rare. But, his grab, his flay, both of those, if you're lagging, It's really hard to land those. Ooh, Zed going for Riven. She gets pulled by Blitzcrank and goes down to Zed. I don't even think his ult popped there. Blitzcrank was able to do enough damage along with the Zed that she just popped. And Kha'Zix died as well up top against Lee Sin alone from the looks of it. Alright, so Lee Sin's coming from this way, lands the Q, goes in, and yeah, the vision there. Nice kick there from Lee Sin. Still has vision thanks to his abilities, and Kha'Zix just dies. Yeah. Unfortunately, stealth doesn't do too much when your enemy's spells give him vision of you. Thunder! If you can't tell, it is raining a little at my house right now, which is great because my lawn's really been needing it. This is very league related, by the way. Flash pull there from Blitzcrank, pulls the Lulu, she has to ult herself, goes down anyway. Thought for a second she wasn't going to, but she did. She goes down anyway, and Kog'Maw gets the kill. This is going to be an inhib for the blue team. Taking a lot of damage there from the Corki, though. Zed forced to run. But, oh, misses that pull. Grab comes out from Thresh onto the Blitzcrank. Doesn't really matter, though. And he does not follow it through. I think based on the way he flayed there, he probably did try to. But I have a sneaking suspicion that Thresh is lagging a little here. Just based on the way he's playing. Because that's pretty much exactly what happens to me. I Q and then try to follow through and flay, and instead it just kind of flays. Ooh, Blitzcrank lands the pull there. Kha'Zix got slowed, popped up, and he is gone to Blitzcrank, actually. Blitzcrank got that kill. And the grab misses again? Yeah, I'm almost certain. But the flay does land. Kale's forced to ult herself, and she's gonna go down to Corki. She does indeed. Kog'Maw managed to finish off the Thresh, of course, but she took him down. Or she took her down. Oh man, somebody just DC'd. I think it was... Who was it? There we go, it was Kha'Zix. I don't know if he rage quit or just DC'd. But either way, he's gone. And Blitzcrank's just dancing again. Alright, so Kog'Maw's going to take the opportunity to go ahead and get this tower. The red team's still trying to fight, except for Kha'Zix, who just DC'd. So I can't really blame him there. And Kog'Maw got that tower. This is another open inhib. I honestly cannot see the red team coming back from this. It's going to be really, really difficult for them to do so. Especially... Oh, okay, Kha'Zix is back. So yeah, it was just a momentary DC, which is good. But even with him coming back, I find it hard to believe that the red team would manage to come back. They're 16k gold behind, and the blue team is just dominant in everything. 1 versus 1 between anybody almost always comes out in the blue team's favor. 2 versus 2 definitely comes out in the blue team's favor. Although admittedly 3 versus 2s, you know, those work out for the blue team. Riven gonna go ahead and grab... Maybe she's gonna grab it. No. Looks like Lee Sin's gonna go ahead and get it instead. Yeah, Riven's gonna back off. The Zed did manage to go ahead and get the dragon, and I saw a ping here on mid lane saying, hey, let's go here. They don't even care about Baron. Nice pull there from Blitzcrank onto the Zed. Oh, down goes the... Sorry, onto the Riven. Zed came in, and Zed was able to go ahead and take down the Riven. Again, she's having a really nasty time. 5-8-1 with 146 CS at 26 minutes. Definitely not having a good time. And the pull lands onto Lulu. Ults herself. Still goes down almost instantly. Thresh is getting really low. Forced to flash out. He is actually going to survive this. Kale got that kill on the Lulu. I don't think it's going to matter much anymore, though. They are taking down the final Nexus Tower. And this is pretty much definitely going to be GG. Kog'Maw is just ripping people to shreds even there. But there we go. They're just trying to farm up some kills. Lee Sin going down there to Corki, actually. But there's enough super minions here that even if they did manage to kill every hero, it would still be over. But it's over. The blue team with Alex Ish did manage to go ahead and finish it off. So nicely played by them. Nice little top work up there. Just utterly dominating that Riven. So hope you guys enjoyed the game. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Again, let me know if you have any people you want to see, because I would love to cast more games that you guys actually want to see. And, you know, I have pretty easy access now, especially through op.gg, that I can go ahead and check that and get in there pretty very easily. So yeah, let me know, and I'll go ahead and cast some games. So have a good night. Bye.